Imagine a world where the boundaries between sleep and wakefulness blur, where the peacefulness of a tranquil night wraps around you like a soft blanket. Picture a place where you are free to let go and rest, where dreams aren't just fleeting images in your mind, but living, breathing worlds filled with magic and wonder. This is the world of the Dreamweaver. As we begin this story, let the gentle hum of the night soothe you, as we follow a character named Emma, a person much like you, who longs for a peaceful rest and seeks something beyond the ordinary sleep she's known. In a world filled with constant motion and endless noise, there was a woman named Emma. By day, she was like everyone else, busy, active, and caught in the whirlwind of life. She worked, she ran errands, she had social obligations. Her life was a constant race from one moment to the next. But when night came, sleep eluded her. The weight of the world pressed down on her. Even in the quiet hours when the rest of the world was still, she would lie awake in bed, staring at the ceiling, her mind racing with the events of the day and the worries of tomorrow. No matter how hard she tried, sleep was always just out of reach. She longed for peace, a true rest, the kind that would allow her to fully let go. One particularly sleepless night, as Emma lay staring at the stars through her window, she found herself wishing for something more, a way out of the cycle of anxiety and exhaustion. She had heard stories of people who found peace through dreams, of mystical beings who could guide them to a land of rest. But Emma had never believed in those things, until tonight. It started as a whisper, soft, almost imperceptible. At first, Emma thought it was the wind, but as she listened, the voice grew clearer. It called to her by name. Emma, it said, come to the realm of dreams, follow the path of stars, and there, you will find what you seek. She blinked, unsure if she had heard correctly. Was this a dream, or was it real? She sat up in bed, her heart racing with curiosity. The voice came again, gentle and persistent. The Dreamweaver is waiting for you. Follow the path to the land where dreams are made. Emma wasn't sure what to do. She had always been a practical person, skeptical of things that seemed too mystical. But there was something about the voice that felt different. It was as though it was calling to her deepest self, the part of her that had longed for peace but had never known how to find it. With a deep breath, she decided to follow the voice. She opened her window and stepped outside, the cool night air embracing her like an old friend. The stars above were brighter than she'd ever seen them, forming a shimmering path in the sky. Emma felt drawn to it, the way a traveler feels pulled toward their destination. Without thinking, she began walking toward the stars, her steps light and filled with purpose. The world around her seemed to change as she walked. The sounds of the city faded, replaced by the peaceful hum of nature. She felt no fatigue, no need to rush. Instead, each step felt effortless, as though the universe itself was guiding her towards something important. The further she walked, the more magical everything seemed. The trees along the path glowed with soft, silver light. The air was rich with the scent of jasmine and wildflowers, and as she looked up, she saw the stars ahead, brighter and more vivid than ever. It was as though she had entered a new world, a world between wakefulness and sleep, where dreams were born. Chapter 1: The Path of Stars. As Emma continued to walk, she noticed that the path of stars seemed to stretch on forever. It wound through a vast, enchanted forest where the trees whispered to one another, their leaves shimmering with an ethereal light. Every step she took felt lighter, as though the earth itself was lifting her up, supporting her journey. It was here, in the heart of this mystical forest, that Emma first encountered a creature that would forever change the course of her life. A glowing deer, its body bathed in soft moonlight, stepped silently onto the path. Its fur shimmered like starlight, and its eyes held a quiet wisdom that seemed to pierce straight into Emma's soul. The deer regarded Emma for a moment before bowing its head in a gesture of respect. Then, to her amazement, it spoke. "Come, Emma," it said, its voice soft but clear. "Follow me. The Dreamweaver awaits you." Without hesitation, Emma followed the glowing deer. The path before them seemed to open up even further, leading deeper into the enchanted forest. The air grew warmer, the trees taller, and the stars above swirled in a pattern that guided their way. As they walked, the deer explained to Emma the importance of the journey she had embarked upon. "This realm," the deer said, "is a place where dreams are woven. It is a realm between the waking world and the world of sleep. Here, you will learn the magic of rest and the power of the Dreamweaver." Emma was filled with a sense of awe as she walked alongside the creature. She had always heard that dreams were powerful, but she had never imagined they could hold such magic. The idea of learning how to weave dreams was a fascinating one, and Emma couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder at the possibilities that lay ahead. Eventually, they reached a clearing, and in the center of it stood a magnificent structure, the Dreamweaver's realm. It was a place of shimmering light, bathed in the glow of stars and moonbeams. Emma could feel the peace of the place surrounding her, as if the very air was infused with the magic of dreams. Chapter 2: Entering the Realm of the Dreamweaver. As Emma stepped into the realm, she felt a sudden sense of calm settle over her. It was as though the weight of the world had lifted from her shoulders. The air here was soft and warm, filled with a gentle scent of blooming flowers and the sound of distant laughter. It was a place of beauty and tranquility, a place where time seemed to slow down and every moment was filled with peace. In the center of the realm stood the Dreamweaver, a figure draped in robes of shimmering light. Their face was hidden beneath a veil, but Emma could feel their presence, their wisdom, their power, and their kindness. "Welcome, Emma," the Dreamweaver said in a voice that resonated deeply within her. "You have come to the place where dreams are born. Here, you will learn the magic of sleep, and through it, you will find the peace you have long sought." Emma nodded, feeling a sense of wonder and anticipation. She had no idea what lay ahead, but she knew that this journey would change her life in ways she could not yet comprehend. The Dreamweaver raised their hands, and as they did, the stars above began to swirl, weaving patterns in the sky. The air shimmered with the magic of dreams, and Emma felt her heart fill with a sense of serenity. "You see, Emma," the Dreamweaver continued, "dreams are not just visions in your mind. They are the threads of the universe, woven together by those who know how to tap into the magic of rest. Through dreams, you will learn how to find peace, release your worries, and restore your soul." Emma felt a deep sense of gratitude. She had come here seeking rest, but she now understood that what she had found was something much more profound, the key to unlocking the peaceful sleep she had longed for. Chapter 3: Learning the Art of Dream Weaving. The Dreamweaver led Emma to a massive loom, its threads made of light and magic. The loom was unlike anything Emma had ever seen. It glowed with an otherworldly radiance, its threads shimmering like the stars above. "Here, Emma," the Dreamweaver said, "you will learn to weave your own dreams. Each thread represents a different part of your mind, your thoughts, your feelings, your desires. As you weave, you will learn how to create dreams that will bring you peace." Emma stepped forward, her hands trembling slightly. She reached out and took one of the glowing threads. It felt warm and alive in her hands, vibrating with energy. "Close your eyes," the Dreamweaver instructed gently. "Let your mind calm and allow your heart to guide you. With each thread you weave, you will find peace." Emma closed her eyes and took a deep breath. She felt the world around her fade away, and slowly, the worries of the day seemed to dissolve. Her hands moved instinctively, weaving the threads together. As she worked, she felt a deep sense of calm wash over her. With each passing moment, her body grew lighter, her mind clearer. The loom hummed softly, and the threads of light swirled around her. Emma had never felt more at peace in her life. Chapter 4. The Dreamweaver's Gift. After what felt like hours, the Dreamweaver spoke again. "You have done well, Emma," they said. "You have learned the art of dream weaving. Now, you will take this knowledge with you. The dreams you create here will follow you back to the waking world." Emma opened her eyes, feeling a deep sense of accomplishment. The loom had vanished, and she was once again standing in the beautiful, tranquil realm of the Dreamweaver. "Take this with you," the Dreamweaver said, handing Emma a glowing orb. "This orb holds the dreams you've woven. It will guide you to rest and help you find the peace you seek, even when the world feels chaotic." Emma took the orb in her hands, feeling its warmth and power. She knew that this magic would stay with her, guiding her through even the toughest of times. Chapter 5. The Realm of Eternal Twilight. As Emma walked back through the enchanted forest with a glowing orb in her hands, she began to notice that the air was growing warmer. The soft breeze that had once played through the trees now carried with it the scent of honeyed flowers, making her feel even more at peace. Yet, as she walked, something strange began to unfold. The forest no longer felt like the place she had passed through on her way to the Dreamweaver's realm. The trees, once tall and imposing, seemed to bend inwards, their branches reaching overhead, weaving into each other like a delicate tapestry. The moonlight filtered through the foliage, but it wasn't the same kind of light she had seen earlier. This light was softer, muted, as if it were caught in the delicate moment between sunset and dawn. "Where are we going now?" Emma asked, her voice filled with curiosity. She had thought her journey was nearing its end, but the path she followed now seemed different. It felt more timeless, almost as if they had entered a place outside of the usual bounds of reality. The glowing deer, who had remained beside her, looked up at the sky with its calm, knowing eyes. "We are in the realm of eternal twilight," the deer explained softly. "It is a place between day and night, where time stands still and everything exists in perfect balance." Emma glanced around, feeling a sense of awe. The trees shimmered with a light that was neither day nor night. The stars, too, seemed to float impossibly low in the sky, as if they were within arm's reach. The air felt charged with something mysterious, and Emma felt as if she had crossed over into a dimension where nothing was impossible. In the distance, she saw a great mountain that rose high into the sky. It was covered in vines that glowed with a soft blue light, and atop the mountain was a tower that seemed to float above the ground, suspended by some unseen force. The Dreamweaver's realm, it seemed, was not the only magical place in this dream world. "What's up there?" Emma asked, her voice filled with wonder. "That is the Tower of Reflection," the deer said. "It is the place where dreams are made manifest, where they take form and power. Inside, you will find your dreams, your deepest desires, your hopes, your fears. All of them are woven into the fabric of the dreamscape. You may choose to confront them, or simply let them guide you toward peace." A feeling of both excitement and nervousness welled up inside Emma. The idea of confronting her deepest dreams, her truest desires, both thrilled and intimidated her. She had never stopped to think about what her dreams truly were, beyond the need for rest. "Will you come with me?" she asked, her voice trembling slightly. The glowing deer nodded. "I will be with you, but you must walk the final steps alone. The Tower of Reflection is a place where you will face what you need most, whether that is peace, understanding, or the ability to let go." Emma hesitated for a moment, but felt a sense of calm in her heart. She had come this far. She had learned the power of dreams and the art of weaving them, and now, the Tower of Reflection awaited her. Chapter 6. The Tower of Reflection. As Emma made her way toward the base of the mountain, the landscape around her seemed to fade into a soft mist. The air was still and thick with magic, and the only sound was the gentle rhythm of her footsteps on the ethereal path. The glow from the orb in her hand grew brighter, its light illuminating the way. When she reached the foot of the mountain, she saw a narrow, winding staircase leading up toward the floating tower. The stairs seemed to be made of the same glowing, silken threads that Emma had seen before, the ones used in the Loom of Dreams. They shimmered as though they were made of light, beckoning her to ascend. The air around the tower was charged with an energy she could feel deep within her chest. It was as though each step she took carried her further away from the waking world, deeper into the dream realm. "I am here," Emma whispered to herself. "I am ready." With a deep breath, she began her ascent. The staircase wound its way up the mountain, higher and higher, until the mist below was nothing but a distant memory. The view from the staircase was breathtaking. Starlit skies above, an endless sea of glowing landscapes below, all bathed in the soft light of eternal twilight. Emma could feel herself being drawn to the top, pulled by something she couldn't explain. At last, she reached the entrance to the Tower of Reflection. The door was made of translucent glass, and through it, she could see soft, flickering lights that moved like shadows, twisting and turning in the vast interior of the tower. There was no handle, no lock, only a soft glow that pulsed as though it were alive, waiting for her to enter. As she placed her hand against the door, it swung open without a sound. The tower's interior was vast and endless, like an infinite hall filled with mirrors. Each mirror reflected a different scene, a different version of herself, each trapped in its glass surface. Emma felt a wave of emotion as she gazed upon the reflections of her past, present, and potential futures. The mirrors seemed to pulse with life, drawing her into each moment, each possibility. She saw herself as a young girl, carefree and full of wonder. She saw herself as a teenager, filled with doubt and confusion. She saw her future self, standing in a place of strength and serenity, her life full of promise. And then she saw herself as she was now, lost in the search for peace, struggling to let go of the worries that weighed her down. For the first time, Emma understood what she had been searching for all along. It wasn't just rest, it was understanding herself, accepting both her light and her shadow. It was letting go of the need for perfection and embracing the beauty of being imperfect. The Dreamweaver's voice echoed softly in the chamber, as if it had been waiting for her to arrive. This is your reflection, Emma. You are all of these things. Your past, your present, and your future. But none of these define you. You are the weaver of your own dreams, the creator of your own path. Emma stepped forward, placing her hand on one of the mirrors. As she did, the reflection began to shift. The scenes of her life no longer felt like they were trapping her, but instead, they were becoming part of her journey. She was no longer afraid of them. She closed her eyes and breathed deeply, allowing the peace she had longed for to fill her heart. She didn't need to change anything. She didn't need to fix herself. All she had to do was accept what was, and in that acceptance, she found peace. The journey back. With a final look at the Dreamweaver's realm, Emma began her journey back. The glowing deer greeted her once again, and together they walked back through the forest, the path of stars guiding the way. As Emma returned to her bed, she felt a deep sense of peace settle over her. The orb pulsed gently in her hand, a reminder that she had learned the secret of peaceful sleep and the magic of dreams. That night, Emma fell into a deep, restful sleep, and for the first time in years, she woke up feeling truly rested, her heart light and free. She knew that the magic of the Dreamweaver would always be with her, guiding her into the realm of peaceful dreams whenever she needed it most.